Till 2K fixed it a few years ago, Jeff Teague was like a cheat code in the game. One of the best 2K NBA players to be in the game. I wonder if he ever knew how good he was on 2K. Like back in the day, I remember they had his crossover in the game, and that was some like 2K cheese right there, what Chris Move would say. Yeah, he had some of that 2K cheese with that crossover. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Seventh Man Up podcast. I'm your host, Alex Burleson. Man, I'm excited. It's getting closer and closer to the NBA season, but we got a lot to cover, so let's get to it. Starting off, the Blazers with another blow to their guards. Scoot Henderson will be out 6 to 8 weeks with a torn hamstring. My gosh, that is brutal. To be without Lillard and now Henderson, it's going to be tough for them. Now, being out 6 to 8 weeks, Henderson will at least be back, whereas Lillard most likely will miss the whole year with that Achilles injury. I'm like, at this point, Chauncey Billups will have to come out of retirement for them. But as my little bro would say, not gonna happen. Man, I had to throw a little bit of Jack in there. Some cool news out of Philly for select games this season. They're gonna rock the AI era 76ers unis. I'm talking 76, not 6'7". Now, speaking of AI, Allen Iverson, I gotta share this story. This was like years and years ago. To live in this apartment complex, and there was this one night where my friend was dropping me off, and then from a distance on the ground, my buddy's like, "Wait, isn't that an AI jersey on the floor?" And it was like under a car, and so I go up to it, and what do you know? It was an Allen Iverson 76ers jersey. I was like, is it the right size? Turns out it was, so I just took it. Any chance there's an AI jersey and it's free, basically, I'm going to cop it. But speaking of those throwback jerseys, I want to know, what's your favorite NBA throwback jersey? Out of all the throwback jerseys that there are, mine is probably the purple front, black back Toronto Raptors jerseys. Those were fire. I was jealous of my best friend when we were kids. He had a Vince Carter jersey of those jerseys, and I wanted it so bad. Oh, man. All right, next. My friend the other day asked me, what player, former or current, would you like on the podcast? And like, I gave that some realistic thought to it, and I'd love to have Jeff Teague on. He's my guy. At least on 2K he is. Till 2K fixed it a few years ago, Jeff Teague was like a cheat code in the game. One of the best 2K NBA players to be in the game. I wonder if he ever knew how good he was on 2K. Like back in the day, I remember they had his crossover in the game, and that was some like 2K cheese right there, what Chris Move would say. Yeah, he had some of that 2K cheese with that crossover. Now, if we're talking Jeff Teague in real life, dude was a beast. Small guard, but he was built. That's like a guest I can realistically see come on. Unrealistic would be MJ, Michael Jordan, the GOAT, his airness. Man, if Michael Jordan came onto my podcast, I'd flip the frick out. Flip the frick out. I'm going to sound really nerdy here, but flip the frick out reminded me of that one song from the old Nickelodeon show, Victorious. Yeah, I know. I'm a dude and I watched Victorious. Sue me. All right. Switching gears here, I want to do a little ad promo for Dubby Energy. Dubby Energy Powder is a clean source of energy for whatever you need. If you are a gym rat like myself, a college student needing a little extra boost for that late night study sesh, W Energy is for you. And I'm telling you, they have a bunch of flavors such as s'mores, blue raz grape, and mango papaya. Man, that mango papaya sounds good. Try W Energy for less shakes and more focus. And if you go and check it out at checkout, use promo code 7thManUp in all caps to get 10% off your first order. All right, back to the pod. Each episode before the season, I'm going to do a season preview of each division team of the Western Conference. In this episode, let's go over the Northwest Division. Those teams are the Blazers, Nuggets, Jazz, Thunder, and Timberwolves. And I hate to say it, but Blazers are probably going to be one of the worst teams in the league this season. No Lillard, and without Scoot Henderson for a few weeks, could put a damper on their season. Plus, did you see both Jeremy Grant and Robert Williams during their media day? They already look checked out, bro. Yeah, they got Drew Holiday, but for offensive firepower, losing Anthony Simons will hurt them big time. So with the Portland Trail Blazers, I'm predicting them to only win 26 games. Moving on, I want to talk about the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets really aren't that different. They still got their core of Murray, Gordon, and Jokic. And there was this interview in the offseason where MPJ, Michael Porter Jr., he was talking about his time in Denver. And I do kind of agree with what he was saying, that he kind of hit a plateau with Denver. They didn't really use him to his full capacity. And the guy's already been in the league for a while, but he can still be a budding superstar. Maybe a new team was all he needed. Now, any team can surprise us, but with the Nuggets, I don't think we'll be surprised by how good they are. I'm predicting them to be the 2 seed, right behind the next team I'm going to go over, which is the Timberwolves. All right, the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think they can do it if the NBA is fair and doesn't do the whole star-studded big market fix for ratings finals type of matchup. Yes, I think they can win it all and Anthony Edwards get MVP. I think he's going to be on another level this season. Now, speaking of Anthony Edwards, again, AE is questionable off the court, but he's a heck of a ball player. And this caught my eye. He said that he wants to go for career high in points against lower tier teams. And I believe that. Not just AE, but the whole team. They still got Randall, Conley, Gobert, and Naz Reid. Even Dante DiVincenzo is back. Their youngin, Dillingham, impressed too in his first year. He just needs more run, if I'm being honest. All around, I think they will be 61-21 for the first seed. Moving on, in today's NBA, it is so hard to repeat. So do I think the Oklahoma City Thunder will do it? No. There's lots of mileage on them, and teams like that now run out of gas quick. OKC's team is pretty much the same, not much change, so not much to say. There will be a little bit of a fall off though. They will be competitive, but in the end, no repeat, and I have them winning 54 games. Now, 54 games, that's still good. Next team, the Utah Jazz. Now, the Utah Jazz are a juggernaut in this division. I can see them pulling off a Kings or Pistons where they just surprise teams that overlook them and go way over expectations. Now, they got disgruntled rookie Ace Bailey, veteran Kevin Love, an offensive powerhouse in Lauri Markkanen, rising star in Walker Kessler, but losing Jordan Clarkson was big for them. Now, I have the Utah Jazz winning 46 games for a tough play-in spot. In the league as a whole, getting 46 wins, you think that'd automatically get you a playoff spot. But in the Western Conference, not so much. Yes, I do believe both conferences are almost at an equal level, but the West is still better than the Eastern Conference. Now, those were my season previews for the Northwest Division. And oh man, it's going to be a fun season. Moving on, my encouragement for this episode goes back to what I was talking about with the Jazz being like the Kings and the Pistons. Now, everyone counted them out before the season started and shocked the league with how well they did. The Kings did that and the Pistons did that. Now, relating it back to us, people will overlook you, look down on you, patronize you, but you are more than who they say you are and what they say about you. Guys, you gotta live bold, fierce, and just don't give a rip. What matters is who God says you are and what you think about you. So, screw the outside noise. Trust God, bro, because He believes in you. Okay, guys, that's the pod for today. So, as always, remember, stay up with them threes up. Love, joy, and peace. See ya.